Right now at 6, a brand new Where's the Money investigation serving as a lesson in renters' rights. Thank you for joining us now for the news at 6. I'm Colin Mayfield.
And I'm Vanessa Rufus. A group of college students scrambled to find an off-campus apartment, but when they moved out a year later, their landlord sent a bill of $23,000.
And the reason for most of those charges, well, the property owner didn't like a table that they made.
I take picture of
what?
You spit.
Where?
Okay, you dried it up.
Saying something doesn't make it legal.
Well, we've discovered now this landlord has a history of concerns just like this.
Our Nate Morabito learned property owners could face steep fines of their own for trying to collect fees that are not spelled out in a lease nor allowed by the law.
This $23,000 bill lists 21 charges in all, some for cleaning the apartment and the yard. But then there's a more than $18,000 fine, all because the students refused to remove a drinking game table.
Don't mind the Halloween decorations we have up.
When Tyler Parziale started his junior year at NC State,
you entrust with your children this life experience.
His mom, back home in Charlotte, gave him the freedom a college student wants, with some parental oversight.
What's the lease? Send it to us. We'll review it. We'll sign it.
But once his parents did their part, the rest fell on Tyler.
A lot of people my age and a lot of people in this position would bend easily.
They've clearly raised an independent child.
He was well within his means to stand up for himself and not be taken advantage of.
This homemade drinking game table is at the center of a back and forth between Tyler and his now former landlord.
She hated that table.
A property owner he says made living here difficult.
$23,000.
And leaving.
3 zeros, yeah.
Costly.
The charges were ridiculous.
A joint investigation by WCNC Charlotte and WRAL News revealed when their lease ended, not only did Tyler's landlord refuse to return his security deposit,
exterminator dispatched to get rid of rodents due to trash accumulation.
She tacked on hefty fines.
A ruined microwave.
A continuation of a much smaller previous collection attempt when she warned of a possible breach in the lease agreement.
This is a personal preference thing, not an actual piece of trash in your yard.
Through it all, the table Tyler and his roommates built remained a sticking point.
She eventually paid someone late at night to come try and take it from us.
So much so, they chained it up so her worker couldn't take it. As a result, she charged him and his friends $150 for the worker's failed trip, plus $50 a day for an entire year for refusing to remove unallowed patio furniture.
Like over 20 grand. I've never seen something like that before.
Isaac Sturgill is with Legal Aid of North Carolina.
Landlords can't just make up fees and start charging them.
He says the nonprofit law firm routinely files civil claims against landlords who indiscriminately try to collect fees that either aren't agreed upon in a lease or authorized under the law.
The penalties are actually pretty steep.
Sturgill says North Carolina's unfair debt collection law can force landlords to pay anywhere from $500 to $4,000 per violation when held accountable.
Where in the law or in the lease allows you to charge them for that?
The landlord in this case, Lisa Eustatio, told us by phone while the fee amounts were not specifically in the lease, she defends her decisions, saying it's her right to ask renters to remove something she doesn't consider appropriate, describing the table as disgusting.
She thinks she's the law.
Records show this isn't the first time she's tried to recoup money at the end of a lease.
Slam the door on me.
Sending a letter with thousands of dollars worth of charges to 2 additional groups of students who rented other homes. In those cases, parents say the landlord also kept their security deposits.
It's a name that, as soon as you say it, I know it.
Michael Avery is an attorney with Student Legal Services at North Carolina State University.
For such a small amount of properties, we certainly see an inordinate amount of complaints.
He says the nonprofit has remained aware of this particular landlord for nearly 15 years, a property owner who he says is largely unresponsive to concerns.
Probably the most common complaint that we see from students is they allege that there's been unjust, unlawful, and sometimes even fraudulent claims against the security deposit.
My son knew what his rights were.
Carrie Parziale says she's proud of Tyler for standing his ground. as they refuse to pay the bill.
I'm angry because my child had to live that on a daily basis.
Tyler has moved on.
It was just a wave of relief.
And moved in to a new place.
I was at peace for once.
And he says his homemade table isn't causing any problems here.
We requested an on-camera interview with that landlord. Neither she nor her attorney responded to our request. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.
A really eye-opening piece by Nate Morabito there. We did want to note we learned about this story because someone involved with this story reached out to me about this, and then I took it to our Where's the Money team. So we just want to really highlight that any tips from you at home, this is what sparks solutions journalism. We want to get answers for folks who need them.
And that's part of the job, of course, and why we do what we do each and every day. So we are asking you at home, if you have something that you think our team should investigate just like this, doesn't matter how small, send it to us. You can send an email directly to our team too. That address is money@WCNC.com.